I had an OG tell me, do you ask yourself why? It's all the time. I question everything.
Yes.
Answer your whys.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you asking yourself something but you're not answering it?
How do you answer it though?
You maybe can't find a full-on answer, but at least try. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like people tell you, you can never answer why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a person that thinks like that will never try. They just told 10,000 cells in their body that, shit, I can't answer why, so what am I going to try for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, what you mean I can't answer why? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to figure it out. And then your person say, why? Because I want to understand, I want to learn. Why? Because it's like, I have to. Why? You know what I mean? So you keep saying why and trying to get a response out of a person, but you just have to understand and lock in on your response and believe in it. It's because I want to. It's for me. It makes me feel good. That's why. That's it. There's no other why after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's you, dog. Like, you have the control to get into that realm of yourself, but nobody is helping us understand how powerful we are as far as controlling this vessel that we're in. You know what I mean? Like, you're not your body, because you can't control your body. You can't fully control your body. You don't make your nails grow. You don't make your hair grow. You can't make yourself sneeze on command. You know what I'm saying? It's your body doing what it does. You're just along for the ride.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So appreciate the ride, though. You know what I mean? It has to be something greater. You have to be something greater. It's just that you think you this fucking body. You know what I mean? You think you think this all you are is this body. So I'm gonna do with what I can with this body. But you're not really doing nothing. You don't even understand it. You're not trying to. You're just understanding the surface stuff of the body, not the root. I'm trying to understand the root. The root of being a vessel, a man. And with that, what does that entail? And why? I'm just trying to figure all that out.
Wormhole.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? I don't have all the right answers, but I'm doing what feels right to me, and I'm doing what's outside of generational curses, what I've seen, what I've been taught. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I believe, what I feel, what I research, what I should try. What's happening?
I'm going to start with flowers. I love you and I appreciate you because the man that I am today is a lot due to you and, of course, with the village.
Yeah.
The man you were when I met you because you was becoming something.
Yeah.
And the man you are today. But like a lot of movies,
Yeah.
you see the ending before the game. But in our case, it's not the ending because it's the present.
Right.
You get the ending before the beginning to make you want to stay for, like, how did it get to here? So that's kind of where I want to go.
Yeah, I appreciate
because you didn't start, huh?
I love you too, boy.
I appreciate you. You didn't start at the man that you are today, obviously. But we even get back to that. What I really want to talk about is what I seen online one day that really just had me like, I don't know why I felt so much joy. I know why I felt joy because my brother, but it's like for somebody I actually didn't know, your father.
Yeah.
Why did I feel so much joy for him, man? I was just like, I felt something here the day you got his headstone.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day, man. It's bittersweet. It's been a long time coming. Alright, what the fuck I said. What you gonna do for you, boy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All them years gone, my guy. Your son had to make this happen for you, champ. Yeah, this heavy, boy. Heavy, my guy. Yes, sir. We gotta celebrate. Most definitely gotta celebrate, champ.
And like I said before the pod start, you always got these places where you think you want to go with a conversation with somebody, and then that's it right there.
Yeah.
What is the effect of your father? Because when did you lose your father?
When I was 3. I was 3 years old.
This is what really gets me though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, most people are like, a lot of men are like, I don't know that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of like out of here. Like I don't even think about him. You know what I'm saying? I think about him, but he ain't like, you celebrate your father.
Yeah.
Like he was there.
Yeah. Every day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I came from him, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The same way I came from my mother. I appreciated the fact that, without my father, I wouldn't be here either. You know what I mean? I always had that thought as a kid, and I always wondered, like, why me? Why I didn't have him? You know what I'm saying? Why does my cousins have their dad, and I don't have mine?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of different feelings. I was jealous. It was a lot. You know what I mean? Just not really being able to grasp hold of why. You know what I mean? And I felt like if he was here, my life would be completely different. And I held on to that thought for years, all my life. You know what I mean? I felt like I wouldn't be in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? I felt like certain things wouldn't happen to me. I felt like people would have treated me different. You know what I mean? Like I just had all these different feelings and thoughts of what my life would be like if he was here. And then on top of that, I didn't understand why I didn't know nothing. Why nobody couldn't tell me nothing. They wouldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? I didn't know
As
nothing.
far as him.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about my father.
Okay.
The crazy thing is, it's a picture, it's a photo. I wish I had it. I got it online. It's a photo of me in a trench coat as a kid, and I got these black glasses on and like a Kango hat. The glasses and the hat are my dad's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we was sitting around as a family, going through these pictures and looking at it. And it's one where I'm pointing a gun at my mama. And I was like, yeah, my daddy told me to point the gun at my mama. And my mama was like, who told you that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nobody told me that. Like, he told me to point the gun at you. She's like, how do you know that? Mama, he told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she like, you remember that? I'm like, yeah. He was sitting in a chair, right? Like, I remember it vivid. It's a vivid memory.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was sitting in the chair. You was standing right next to him. You know what I'm saying? Right when you was taking a picture, because I had the gun in my waistband at first. He was like, point the gun at your mama. You know what I'm saying? And my grandma and my mama was like, somebody told you that. There's no way you could have remembered that.
And how old was you when
I was 3.
You was 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was 3. Yeah, yeah. So it's like I have these vivid memories, like maybe 2, 3, instances of my father. You know what I'm saying? And they just stick with me. They just stick with me when I see my family. Oh, you just like your daddy. You talk like him. You walk like him. You act like him. Like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like a replica. You know what I mean? It's like, when I would see my friends, like when I got kicked out and I was on the streets. I would be with my friends, man, and they disrespected their mom and daddy in front of me like we had an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciated something that they didn't they didn't understand. They didn't see it from my perspective. They didn't understand how I felt about that. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I always looked at fathers. I always put fathers on a pedestal. Always, because I never understood why fathers were shitted on. You know what I mean? Until my stepdad came into my life. You know what I mean? My stepdad took on. He came in my mother's life. He took on me and my sister at the time. I had one other sister at the time, and nigga was awesome, bro. Like he did everything. You know what I mean? But the thing about it was that my mama was trash to him. You know what I mean? Like how she talked to him sometimes, just how she treated him. You know what I mean? Like in front of me sometimes. I didn't understand like why he stayed. You know what I mean? Like it really like bothered me. Like why is you putting up with this?
How old was you when this was like?
Probably like 12.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
had some kind
probably
of
like 11,
understanding.
12.
Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it would get to the point like we would tell him like, oh, like why don't you just leave?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You know what the thing about it was that I didn't understand it at the time, but he was like, I'm not leaving my family. I'm not running out on my family. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done that before. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because I don't want to stop you if you was going somewhere, but that's a so keep going.
It's heavy. It's heavy because,
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't understand then. I understand now. You know, he had way more kids then, but he was never in their life. He didn't get the opportunity to be in their life for real. You know what I'm saying? Or that opportunity kind of got taken from him. Or is there certain situations that, he wasn't able to be in their life, but he was in ours. And that was his last straw. He wasn't about to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And that showed me something. That showed me how important, what I'm saying, it is to have some type of man in your life, And I also looked up to my uncle. My uncle was the king of our family. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Kev, his dad.
Your mom, brother, or your
My dad's brother. You know what I'm saying? He was like the king of our family. Everything that, man, all the morals and principles that I have, majority of it comes from him. You know
Is he
saying?
older than your pops or younger?
Older.
Okay.
Older. He was military. He was a bodybuilder. He was all that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my structure, it came from him. And he showed me the importance of a man. You know what I mean? Like how you stand for yourself, how you stand for your family. So I had these strong father figures, what I'm saying, around, but I correlated them to my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well my dad is this is my dad's brother. You know what I'm saying? And this is my grandfather. So I know my dad would have been like this, my dad would have been like that. You know what I mean? So I just held on to like I created this godlike image of my father. You know what I'm saying? And I praised my father as he was God.
You feel like that's something you really had to do as far as like making him that God image, so you wouldn't have any type of hate in your heart for him or resentment. Because sometimes like unfortunate circumstances lead.
I never been a hateful person until I was out on the streets.
Okay.
I never been a hate. I never just like hated anything. You know what I mean? So I never like looked at my father like I would have any ounce of how can I hate somebody I don't know?
That's hard.
You know what I mean? Like the same way you could sit there and say, how can you love somebody you don't know? Is this a choice?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna hate my father came from him, bro. You know what I mean? I was circulating his nuts. You know what I mean? And I was that one sperm cell that made it to my mama. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So why would I not appreciate The first vessel I came from.
Nasty. That's hard.
Yeah.
Just the way you put it is
Yeah.
that's hard. Like the way you put that will, I believe it should give people more appreciation for men. Just the way you put that right there. You know what I'm saying? And I understand certain things people do say about men.
Yeah.
But that every man shouldn't have that stigma or that title on them. So what you just said right there is powerful as a motherfucker, bro. I may have heard it, but the way you put it was so elegant. It was so dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's for me it's I don't like never try to make the balance of who's better and who's higher up. You know what I'm saying? But we the first vessel. You know what I mean? Like we come from that first. You know what I mean? So it has to be some sense of importance to that to reach the second vessel that manifests you into the creation of something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we so focus on the surface part. Just like when a dude from California made that little skit when he said, "Have you ever heard a tree grow?" You know what I'm saying? And it was like just keep growing, keep moving, don't worry about what nobody else doing, stuff like that. And to most people it sound good, but for me it never struck me how it struck everybody else because I think rudimentary. Trees don't grow on the top of the ground. They grow under the ground. So if you ask a snail or an ant or something like that, they can probably tell you what a tree sound like when it grows. You know what I'm saying? So the way that I look at trees is of that. I see the tree, it's beautiful, but I understand what it went through to even get there. It went through a sidewalk, it went through a driveway, it went through all kind of different stuff to reach this high up. You know what I mean? So I look at stuff like that. I also correlate that to mothers and fathers. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate my mother. She's beautiful. She's everything. You know, she wasn't everything to me growing up, but she's everything to me now. You know what I mean? But the roots, you know what I'm saying, is my father. This my root. Without him, you wouldn't have been able to do anything within your godlike body to pull me into this world. Why am I appreciating you more than I'm appreciating him? Why it's not the same? You know what I mean? That's how I look at myself. I look at myself as I am that important. Even though society and everybody else try to tell me that I'm not, I'm going to prove to you they're wrong. I know they're wrong. I know how powerful we are. I know how dope we are. I know what we can do if we make the choice. You know what I mean? So I had to make the choice. I had to walk in everything that I believe to prove people wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got a crazy baby mama here. You got this. You can't do this. Child support this. Child support. No, those are just excuses. You're not understanding how dope, how godlike you are. You don't know how to tap into it to figure out because the men before us, they broke them down so bad where they couldn't teach us how to tap into us to see what we have. You know what I'm saying? We're creating what we think we are. Street niggas. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The person, your representative, is who you're moving like. You're not moving like who inside. Deep down inside. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you didn't want to fucking be a street nigga. Your conditions made you feel like you had to be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? The reactions that you've gotten from people have basically been like firing off your endorphins like a drug. You know what I mean? And you're reactionary to all these feelings and these energies because it's a void. It's a void that you didn't get from your father or your mother. And these people out here are filling that void with what you perceive to be love, what you perceive to be loyalty, what you perceive to be respect and choice and trust. You know what I'm saying? So I broke that down and understood that, you know what I'm saying, getting out of the gang shit seeing the gang shit for what it was, seeing things happening in the midst of street life, and understanding that these motherfuckers ain't here for you. If you get fucked up, jammed up or something, like, everybody's like, fuck you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So why is your loyalty to something that could easily say fuck you when you're gone? You know what I'm saying? Not dead and gone. You could be locked up and gone. And it's still fuck you. When you come back home, it's you back. So you only fuck with me when I'm around you. You don't fuck with me when I'm away from you.
Out of sight.
You know what I'm saying? So why do you think these street fathers have the concept of being a certain type of way with their kids, and then away from their kids, there's something else? Because of that mentality. It's locked in on them. It's soaked in on them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I sat back and watched and soaked all these things. And I had an OG tell me, do you ask yourself why? I said, all the time. I question everything.
Yes.
Answer your whys.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you asking yourself something but you're not answering it?
How do you answer it, though?
You maybe can't find a full-on answer, but at least try. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like people tell you can never answer why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a person that thinks like that will never try. They just told 10,000 cells in their body that, shit, I can't answer why, so what am I going to try for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, what you mean I can't answer why? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to figure it out. And then your person say, why? Because I want to understand, I want to learn. Why? Because it's like, I have to. Why? You know what I mean? So you keep saying why and trying to get a response out of a person, but you just have to understand and lock in on your response and believe in it. It's because I want to. It's for me. It makes me feel good. That's why. That's it. There's no other why after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's you, dog. Like, you have the control to get into that realm of yourself, but nobody is helping us understand how powerful we are as far as controlling this vessel that we're in. You know what I mean? Like, you're not your body, because you can't control your body. You can't fully control your body. You don't make your nails grow. You don't make your hair grow. You can't make yourself sneeze on command. You know what I'm saying? It's your body doing what it does. You're just along for the ride.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So appreciate the ride, though. You know what I mean? It has to be something greater. You have to be something greater. It's just that you think you this fucking body. You know what I mean? You think this all you are is this body. So I'm gonna do with what I can with this body. But you're not really doing nothing. You don't even understand it. You're not trying to. You're just understanding the surface stuff of the body, not the root. I'm trying to understand the root of being a vessel, a man. And with that, what does that entail? And why? I'm just trying to figure all that out.
Wormhole.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? I don't have all the right answers, but I'm doing what feels right to me, and I'm doing what's outside of generational curses, what I've seen, what I've been taught. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I believe, what I feel, what I research, what I should try. You know what I mean? So when it comes to my father, bro, like, I don't care if he was a shitty ass man. To me, he was God. He was everything. So it don't matter.
Yeah. Just saying, you don't even know how you just put all those sentences and thoughts together.
Mm-hmm.
That's power.
Yeah.
That's a power coming from a whole different source. Like, you got thoughts in your head, but
Mm-hmm.
the way you just put that shit.
Yeah.
And this shit makes me happy to see. Like, because I got a history with you, but my history has always been with you as a leader. Like, you being a leader. You know what I'm saying? just to see how you articulate things now from then, even though I understood then, this is a whole nother godly level now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from very short sentences to very long and deep and entailed. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you to understand exactly, even if I have to break it down to the smallest form. That's fire to me. You are here now, and you do have those thoughts about like breaking it down like you did. But we talked about the streets and all of that stuff. You were there for a moment. You were there for that time. How did you go from, all right, your dad and your stepdad in your household having a loving father or whatever, and getting these values from your uncles and the other men in your life and your mother, whoever was, the village that was, to taking that turn into the streets. Because you had to be in the streets before you got to this mindset.
Yeah, so my cousins were in the streets. My stepdad was actually a blood. So we stayed in a neighborhood where it was just a bunch of bloods. You know what I mean? So I've been around it. You know what I mean? I've always like been rough. Always been just because of my cousins. You know what I'm saying? But there's just something that we just kind of got thrown in, especially like when I got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? My mother's house, and I was out on the streets. Like I had to learn how to survive.
What'd you get kicked out for? And then go back to where you.
It was just more so just being like a troubled kid, bad kid, you know what I'm saying? And then a situation happened with my stepfather where he was getting shot at. Long story short, I ran in this room, got his other gun, came out, was shooting at the people that were shooting at him, and my mom was like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I told my mom, like I lost one daddy, I'm not about to lose another one. You know what I'm saying? So that that pushed me further out into like, street life. I would do a little shit here and there with my cousins and stuff like that, but as we got older, it got worse because I got different type of friends. I was around different type of people. I had an older guy brother at the time that was from California, and he was just a menace to society. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me just this tactitional way of moving, this way of thinking. You know what I mean? And just looking at stuff from certain points that were John Wickish. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just for me to be that young and to be able to like break things down and see things before it happened. You know what I'm saying? It was an advantage for me. You know what I mean? Because I could make smarter decisions than everyone around me. Because everyone around me was making stupid decisions. They were running in packs. They were running in gangs. You know what I mean? And I wasn't moving like that. I was solo. You know what I mean? So I was loved, respected by everyone. I could go anywhere. I was like one of those. I was like one of those guys at that time that can go in any hood, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight because I didn't tie myself with a bunch of people. Even when I did hang out with people at that time, they knew that they was my partners, but they knew that if y'all ain't trying to kill each other, I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's some petty beef, y'all gonna box, whatever, hey, do your thing. But just because you funking with him don't mean that I'm not gonna speak to him because I knew him before I knew you. But you my dog. You know what I'm saying? So I just had a different outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? And some people would read them a certain type of way and this and that because they felt like shit, if I'm fucking with him, you should be fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? That was their thought process. But my thought process is we're not fucking. I'm not your, you know what I'm saying? You're not my girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to sleep with you every night. You my partner. You my boy. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't trying to kill each other, bro. Y'all funking over some Skittles or y'all funking over a female. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never funk with no man about no female, bro. I've never cared about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to funk with somebody I know because you funking with him about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, if y'all can handle it, handle it. Be a man. Stand on something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I am who I am. You know what I mean? You may not understand it. You may not like it. But you gotta respect the fact that I stand on what I said. You know what I mean? I don't have to move like you. I don't have to do what you do. I don't have to believe in what you believe in. I believe in what I believe in. And I'm standing on it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to make people understand that to respect me, bro. I'm not a follower. I'm not following you because the streets say do this. The streets say do this. The street ain't never talked to me, nigga. The street ain't never told me nothing. It showed me shit. But they ain't never told me nothing. You know what I mean? So for me, it was just different. You know what I mean? I had my wake up calls with watching these niggas fail every single time. Same shit. Nothing changes. You know what I mean? When one group of motherfuckers that come up and flash their money fail, there's another group 17 years after because that's when the feds do their shit. They sit there and they sit on you for 17 years. They come pick you up with the indictment, get everybody out of here. 17 years, they let the little other motherfuckers that's come and grow up do the same thing. It's a repeating cycle. And y'all keep falling for it. I'm cool. I understand the cycle. I'm not doing it.
What can make a person? Because I would imagine I wasn't there when you was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but from what I gather, you've always been a person of love.
Mm-hmm.
You've always been a person of love for your people.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can make a person get to a point where you're willing to take one of your people's life?
Um, man, for me, it's always been, you know, self defense for me. You know what I'm saying? If I just felt like I had to, you know what I mean? To initially just go and take a person's life is for me to feel like it's no going back. You know what I'm saying? It's either him or me. You know, and it's most definitely gonna be him, not me. You know what I mean? So it's just now I feel like everything that's in place, it makes it easy for our brothers to feel that way and think that way. The influence is high up, you know what I'm saying, with movies and music and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, friends around, but also with the system failing us and not doing their job. You know what I'm saying? The system failing us with not having harsher punishments. You know what I mean? Because now these kids know and understand that if they're underage and they catch a body, they can get manslaughter. They won't spend the rest of their life in jail, so they feel like they'll come home with some type of recognition of being a shooter or gunner, having bodies, and nobody would mess with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a form of um, giving them the floor to, you know, do such things.
Yeah.
A lot of these crimes are not getting solved. You know what I mean? These kids see that. They understand that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they running around just like not really giving a fuck, and it comes from feeling like nobody gives a fuck about them. So if nobody don't give a fuck about me, why should I give a fuck about you? So if we all walking around as if we don't give a fuck, it makes it easy to look at your brother and take his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But to learn how to give a fuck and understand why you should be giving a fuck is what we missing. You know what I'm saying? They've stripped that from men to be able to show the younger generation why you're supposed to be like this and not like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's hard to show them why it's wrong because it feels right to them.
And they're being celebrated for it.
Yeah, yeah. So it feels right. It feels good to them. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it, in my opinion, I feel like the only way that's gonna get them. I'm not gonna say the only way, but a way that would trigger them is that if shit hit the fan and we actually had to choose, you know what I'm saying? Color wise, if we actually had to be forcing them to a position to stand together, it's the only way they're gonna see it. You know what I mean?
I think we got small forms of that.
Yeah.
With the whenever we have like a police shooting or something like that. But even after that, it dies down. So
that's because we're not doing nothing that's effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing nothing to bring about change.
Because the same person that'll stand up there, and I got a family member that I know is exactly like this, that'll stand up there and be amongst the protesters and all of that and stand, go kill his brother.
Yeah.
That same night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've never been to a protest. I never will go. It's not doing shit. Why? I want to actually do something. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't do it by myself. So I have to figure out what can I possibly do. You know what I'm saying? And it's be me. Be me. Understand me. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to young brothers. You know, be an actual big brother figure to our young brothers. You know what I mean? Not just say it. You know what I'm saying? When I look at these brothers and I tell them, like, bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I mean it. I call them sporadically just out of nowhere. Bro, how you doing? How you feeling? You know what I mean? And it'd be mind-boggling to them because it's like, bro, I just met you like 2 weeks ago. What the fuck that mean to me? I love you, black man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's what we need. We deserve that. You know what I'm saying? We deserve a black man to look at us and tell us, bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I got you, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you need something, I can help you, I'm going to help you. If I can't, I'm going to reach out to my resources and see if we can get you some help.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try to do something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to leave you, bro. And you believe me. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not just me saying it. You believe me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need, bro. That's all us brothers that's all we looking for, bro, is to feel like we're loved and appreciated. Especially by a black man. We hear it from black women. Although sometimes they show us differently. And the fact that they show us differently makes us feel like nobody gives a fuck about us because it's not a man that's showing us that he does. And the only men that are showing us are our boys, our partners, which is why we hang around them so much.
Mm.
Because we know it's genuine. We know it's real. We know at the end of the day, if you leave me, my guys is here. They got me. No matter what, right or wrong, they got me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you had that on your whole neighborhood, you would move completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But when it's small and you only got a little clique that's doing it, it's hard to hold you accountable to being great.
Because you're not always within that clique at all times.
Yeah.
It's like your child is over there with you for the weekend, and you got him, her.
She's one way with you, and when she go home,
there.
she right
it's
back.
all washed out differently. I completely
Right back.
understand. Yeah. Man up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it comes full circle. I learned to man up on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Watching you and a bunch of gorillas. What I mean by gorillas is he's out there pushing. It look like they pushing heavy iron.
Yeah.
And I seen, I'm like, man, that's it. I may be exaggerating the number, but it looked like about 80 niggas there in a picture, 16 or something. But I know it wasn't 80. But I seen it the first time I seen it. I was like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
I've never seen like that. I see it in New York or something like that. but I never seen that here. I said, and me and Burrell was talking. I said, man, one day I'm gonna go down there, but it's always this. Of course, I'm not as big as y'all or in shape as y'all, so it's always this. And I'm talking about y'all boys was rock out there, so I'm like, people who don't work out sometimes like. Look at it like you don't want to work out in the gym with people who are already there.
It's a little bit intimidating. A little bit intimidating.
Yeah, and it's not that you intimidated other people. You're intimidated of the embarrassment. Yeah, you're intimidated, but or the other crowd that may be watching them and then looking at you like, "Fuck you doing?" Like what? So, but I finally, because I've always was a quiet shy person. Finally, bro, guys said, bro, we gotta go down there. It was something calling me to go down there. Go down there. It's nothing like you expect it to be. It's not. It wasn't working out.
Yeah.
It was. I soon learned it was bigger than working out. And you probably don't remember because you had so many people there. I started I'm like, hey, you gotta come. You gotta come. I started bringing my brother, my cousins, my auntie. God rest her soul. She brought her whole football team one day. Yeah. I remember how they left there. But anyway, get down there. I'm still nervous about walking down. And then, nigga, I threw up after we was done. Me and Burrell was sick. But it motivated me in such a way, bro. And it wasn't the workouts. Yeah. It was the brotherhood of it. It was I'm very observant because I'm always trying to learn. I'm looking at the time I didn't know you was the leader of it. Yeah. I just knew you were a big part of it. But when you're there, you can tell who the leader is. And to see a lot of other men, you're not the biggest one there. You're not respect this one man right here and just follow his lead. And you're not too high on yourself. You like, hey, help your brother. Help your brother. Before we even interacting, of course we knew of each other then, but we ain't really had no real dialogue, right? You know what I'm saying? Antoine, help your brother. Yeah. Help your brother. Two of them come lifting you up, pushing you through. Chad, help your brother. Yeah. And I left there my mind was on a whole nother level. This was about leadership. This was about a movement, and I felt like y'all was building something bigger. Maybe people seen working out there, and maybe that's the candy. That's the candy. But I felt like the mission was way bigger than that. Yeah. Watching you from even there, after we would do that, you would have you have us gather in a circle, and you have these talks. And I could be reading it wrong. But even then, it felt like you was trying to break out of a shell of being this standoffish, not even standoff, but to yourself, because I know I'm like that. I've always been a person that people will come and tell everything, but I was still very little with words and but I connected to who you were in the middle of that circle. I'm like, damn, I could never get in the middle of a circle and just be talking to everybody. You commanded respect. You commanded attention without even trying. I don't know. I can't tell you what. It didn't look like that's what, you know what I'm saying? But it also looked like you was pushing yourself to do that. Yeah. Pushing yourself to do that. And that inspired me to become the things people say about you that they say about me because of you. A big part of learning from you. It's not just you, but you're a major part of that. I gotta give you flowers, man. I appreciate you because, like I said at the beginning, the man that I am today, you helped mold that because it was bigger than just working out. So that's a reference point for me for a lot of stuff. Because people always just, when you just working out to work out, you can start and lose that motivation. But when it's love there, and when you feel like the mission is big, and you taught me so much, without even directly pointing at me, Damo, this lesson is for you. Yeah. That I took a lot from that, and I appreciate you. And steady watching you online right now, looking to grow from there. So that's where I was going. From there to a man of little words, to a man of you was a man of little words with a big message. Yeah. Now you're a man of a lot of words. Still, you still sit back, chill, or whatever.
Yeah.
A huger message.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to shift to that?
Just believing in me, bro. Like believing that it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Believing it's going to help in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not change the world. Maybe not change the city. You know what I'm saying? But I started understanding that I could just change the people that I come in contact with, helping them with a perspective, um, being a being a point of reference where they can point at somebody and say, "No, I watched somebody do this." You know what I mean? So you can't tell me that you can't do this or this can't be done. Like I've watched somebody.
Let me
Mm-hmm.
before you even go, cause
Mm-hmm.
that walk we did
Mm-hmm.
was a 5K. I don't know what we did.
Yeah,
You was on crutches.
yeah, yeah.
Were you talking about excuses and like telling you can't do that?
Mm-hmm.
We looked at you like Superman.
Yeah.
We all did that together, and we no man left behind type deal.
Yeah.
We did that,
Yeah.
and you pushed through it though. But bro, that I don't know. I didn't mean to stop you,
Nah,
but
you
you
good.
went there,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to. I can't leave that out. Y'all should have seen him on them crutches, making sure he got through that walk. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So, for me, I just, you know, I've always like heard people talk about a certain type of man. You know what I'm saying? What they believe a good man is, a great man is. And they've always referenced it to like songs or movies and stuff like that, but never to an actual person. You know what I'm saying? I started believing that I could become that actual person. You know what I mean? Even though people telling me that I can't. You know what I mean? Nobody's that good. Nobody's this. Nobody's that. Why not? You know what I'm saying? What do I have to do to get close to it? You know what I'm saying? Be close to God like it's possible. In this understanding what I am, who I am, understanding my best of what I can do, how I control it, how I move, what I say. What am I moving off of? You know what I mean? Am I moving off the construct of what my family taught me or what the streets taught me? Or am I moving off the construct of what I understand? You know what I'm saying? What I've taken in, what I've gathered in this computer, I've downloaded. But am I just leaving it there or am I doing something with it where I'm putting the pieces where it's supposed to go? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm changing the DNA structure of what majority of people will turn out to be. I'm creating my own. I'm basically utilizing myself as a walking, living IA.
What is that?
Artificial intelligence.
Okay, you just said it backwards. Okay, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? AI. My bad.
Yeah.
AI. Artificial intelligence. So understanding that, you know what I mean? It's like create these trigger points. Everything around you is learning, evolving, and becoming better. Animals, everything. But you. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that you got an uncle that done lived with his mama all his life? You know what I'm saying? Now you watching your cousin do the same exact shit. And it's a generational curse.
Nah, nigga.
Y'all letting the generational curse happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if one of you was in a position to make well over 200K a year, you know what I'm saying? Why are you not teaching your cousin? You know what I'm saying? And if your cousin is that fucked up where he doesn't understand that aspect of it, find his strength.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if he's a physical person, make his ass physically do some shit that you run. You know what I mean? You change that. You alter that curse. You know what I'm saying? You can break the curse. But it's just certain things that I feel like us as a culture, we accept a lot of bullshit because we don't really believe in us. We don't believe in us because we don't know us. We don't know what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
We think we know what we can do. But the things that we want to do, It's not good to us. You know what I'm saying? It's all snacks. Ain't none of that shit fruits and veggies. The shit that's important to you. The shit that's gonna give you longer life. You like the shit that's gonna clog up your colon. Because it feels good to your stomach. It feels good to your taste buds, your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. That's where we locked in at. You know what I mean? We got to start taking in more fruits and veggies of life. That's where I see it. You know what I mean? So everything for me is it's learning, it's growing, it's sometimes it make people uncomfortable. Like, man, nobody's that good. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Why do you feel like that? Because of my color. Because if I was a white man sitting here telling you that, you would never say that. You would never say that. Because you believe it. You've been conditioned to believe as a child. When you go to school, the people that teach you are white.
Mm-hmm.
Your gym teacher was black. Because you ain't good for shit but physical shit.
Ooh. You said a lot just saying that. 'Cause I'm upset. As soon as you said that, I knew where it was going because I never even thought of that. Like, damn, it's black. That was a mouthful right there. What is the build of this hero? This hero that, bam, sees himself becoming one. And he never stops building, of course.
Yeah.
But what is like the build you see of him? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm asking?
Just, you talking about the end game? Like as far as what I'm looking for out of this?
Even, yeah, like, even if drawing from like some of the heroes you've looked at over like art or artificial heroes and stuff like that, like you may take some thoughts from Thanos, the way he said, even though he wasn't a hero, he was a hero to somebody. He was a hero to a certain, and he had some
it makes
deep
sense.
thinking.
It makes sense. It makes sense. The thing is that, they call it villains so that you'll feel some type of way about them. You won't lock in and actually dig deep into what it is they're trying to say, what it is they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That villain word makes you detach from them so much. You don't put so much into it. But when you say that they're a hero, you want to know absolutely everything about them. You want to know everything about Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all of them. You know what I'm saying? They aunties, grandmas, cousins, everybody's tied to them. Not to the villain. They don't give you a backstory on a fucking villain. Because the backstory is going to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. The villain relates to us more.
You know what I'm saying?
They come from us.
Yeah, you have to be the villain. In order to even become a hero, you have to start being the villain. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like people look at the movie 300 and think the 300 niggas they're the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They think Xerxes is a villain. Really go back and look at it again. And then research it. See if you feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? They gave you a little bitty piece of Xerxes. You know what I'm saying? And you think you know what the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying? They gave you everything on Leonidas. Everything they wanted you to see. Not the other shit. You know what I mean?
That's her.
So when you stop allowing these teachings, this surface shit, you know what I'm saying, to consume you and move you, and you just go off of that, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to see it differently, right? If you go into a restaurant, if you go into, a rental car place, or you go into a car place to buy a car, you want the Carfax. You're not just gonna take the fucking seller's word that, you know what I'm saying, this is a brand new car. He's telling you it was brand new. As soon as you jump in and drive it off the lot, you know what I'm saying, you can't bring it back, none of that shit. But when you pay attention, they got 30,000 miles on it. And then when you go back and ask them and say, oh, what, 30,000 miles? Because we got to drive it from, you know what I'm saying, shop to shop and shit like that. You know what I mean? No, you told me it was brand new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want something with all zero. What are you talking about? Well, it's impossible for it to have all zero. Well, I don't want nothing with 30. Give me something with 10. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, get into that part of, like, stop accepting everything. You know what I'm saying? And that was my problem growing up. I felt like I accepted a lot of shit. I accepted a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it made me stronger. It made me powerful. It made me understand, like, if you accept shit, they're going to keep giving you shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it showed me how to stand for something, how to stand on something.
If you don't go through nothing, you ain't gonna be able to know what to stand on
Mm-hmm.
or stand for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm in a space where I take my time with everything. I don't impulsively react to stuff. You know what I mean? I let it be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? And I just allow my energy to figure it out along the way. I believe in my energy. I don't feel like God does anything for me. Absolutely anything. You know what I mean? It don't make sense to me. You know, the reason that it don't make sense to me is because it's 8 billion something people in the world. What makes me feel like I'm that special? I'm that selfish.
You don't believe in omnipresent.
I believe that God is so fire and so dope. He made us to be a certain type of way. There's no need for him to interfere in anything. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I feel like God created life, right?
For sure.
We
Can't just do this.
we help
without-
create.
Yeah.
We help create life. We bring life into this world. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we are a depiction of God, right? In a sense. So with that being said, when you sit here and you teaching your child everything they need to know to survive in life, how you gonna feel at 30 years old? They keep coming back asking you the stupidest shit. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, how do I do this? Daddy, how do I do that? When I've given this to you for 30 years, 18 years, 20 years, however long it took for you to get out of my house. But yet you come back to me every month, every day, asking me for something, praying for something. Go do it. What are you talking? Go do it. You have the ability to do all of these things. Why are you asking me? Why you don't believe in you? Why you don't trust you?
Mm.
Why you think I'm supposed to do it? You don't think I got other stuff to do? Because if I ask you something and you got something to do, you're going to tell me no. So why you think I can't do the same thing? Why are you putting pressure on me for you? Do it. You have the ability to do it. Believe in you. Do it. That's how I move. That's how I look. I don't put pressure on my father to do nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. You've done everything. You've given me the opportunity to be conscious enough to even have life, to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I gotta figure it out. It's not for you. I gotta figure it out.
Yes.
So I'm not leaning on you for nothing. Cause I believe you made me that dope. I don't have to. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I feel like I do, I feel like, in a sense, I'm disrespecting how fire you are, how dope you are. What you did for me, I feel like I'm disrespecting it.
Disrespecting his pen.
Yeah. So I just don't move. It's for me, it gives me peace. It makes me do what I'm supposed to do. It holds me accountable. You know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for me. Everything. Everything, dog. So I don't look for God to do nothing for. I don't even pray. I don't pray for nothing. I don't pray for things. You know what I'm saying? When I pray, I'm just appreciate. That's it. I'm thankful. That's it. I'm grateful, bro. I don't ask for absolutely nothing. Don't do nothing for me. I'm not doing none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here that need way more shit than me. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, how selfish of me is it to feel like you're going to bless me over them? Be for them. I just don't think like that, dog. And I'm passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I did, when I was younger, I had an expectation on God. And when that expectation didn't come, It made me feel some type of way about God. But that's my doing. How the hell am I gonna be mad at him because I'm expecting him to do something? Because I was taught that I should believe that if I ask for this, I'm gonna receive this. I'm hurting myself, but I'm blaming God. You see what I'm saying?
It's easy to play the blame game, so why not just keep playing the blame game and believing it's him that's fucking up? It's him that's not like rocking with you like that at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is that punch in the face to be like, nah, bro, get your shit together?
Yeah, what would be the point to even make you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I even? What type of person just creates a baby and just? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be a fucked up individual. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like somebody can be that fucked up, why would you praise them?
Finish building that hero.
Yeah.
You, like anyone else, can't do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes got sidekicks. You had a sidekick. There was, Batman got Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Bam had GT.
Yeah.
Bam had Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Why was Gary Robin? Why did you choose him?
I seen. I understood him. I seen a lot of me in him. You know what I'm saying? But I seen it from a advantage of this is not you. You know what I mean? Meaning that he at a time was trying to be something he wasn't that I used to be. And I saw exactly who he was. You know what I mean? And I wanted to help him understand you don't have to do that, bro. You still could be great as you are. You don't have to go into that aspect of life that I was in before. And I had to show him and prove him like, no, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? But it still consumed him because he felt so strongly about it. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with a lot of our black brothers is that we feel like in order to be respected or appreciated and looked at a certain type of way, and that we have to have a certain type of stance to us. You know what I'm saying? Which makes us overly aggressive.
Yeah.
You know? And ultimately it leads to our demise. You know what I mean? But I will always tell him all the time, like, bro, I mean, people who know me know I was in the streets, but I don't like wear that jacket every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a prize. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I mean? I care about who I am today. Even if a street person that don't know that I was that look at me like I'm not that, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't need to prove nothing to you unless you trying to get physical or you trying to do something to me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't need to show you I've been down that road. You know what I mean? I don't need to wear that. I don't need that to validate me. But a lot of people feel like they need that validation. I need people to look at me like, oh, don't fuck with me. Don't. I've done this. I've done that. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is that when you really in that, I don't give a fuck what you did. It don't mean nothing to me. I've done it too. So what make you think you gonna get to me before I get to you? You think you tougher than me? You think you stronger than me? You think you smarter than me? But you're not. Well, I'm gonna give you the blueprint to show you how to fuck with me when I know you can't. I don't have to. I can be cool, chill, lay back. No, that's how you want to be. That's how you want to move. That's on you. I don't need to do none of that. And that comes from watching real, real monsters, real killers, real Green Beret people. They don't look the part. You know what I'm saying? They look like somebody you just walk up on them and slap the shit out of them. Most deadliest person in the room. You know what I mean? That changed my perspective on everything, which made me respect absolutely every person I've come in contact with. Because I don't know what you can do right off. I don't know where you are. I have to watch you. I have to see you. You know what I'm saying? I can tell by the way you walk. I can tell by the way you hold your arms. I can tell by the way you hold your chin, where your eyes go, your body language, how your back hunch. I can tell what you can do just off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can analyze you and break you down from there and understand, do I want this problem or do I not? Street niggas don't have that. Tough guys don't have that. It's all go. If they can just go at anything. Walk into a club, think they can beat up everybody in the club. Most definitely try to fight somebody with a cauliflower ear. Yeah, you're about to get.
Ego will blind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't see it coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one thing I never wanted to get locked into. You know what I'm saying? Locked into my ego, locked into, you know, my emotions. I didn't want to be controlled by other people without them touching me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want them to have a verbal controller. They just say something and I'm on it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
nah, boy, you're a fucking robot. You know what I mean? Soon as somebody, you know, just do anything, say anything to you, pop off when you think somebody popping off on you, your initial reaction is to program into attack mode. Because you can't control yourself. You let that shit bother you that much. And you think you're tough. That's weak as shit.
I tell people all the time, even with a woman, man, when she ain't doing all that rah-rah stuff, all that yelling at you and all that stuff, or mad, if she's just calmly just sitting back, that's when she's fed up. That's when she's real. That's when it's real for her. You get me? Like she's fed up with what you talking about. She will really leave your ass.
Yeah.
But she ain't doing all that yelling and all that. That's the one I believe a lot of the time.
Women, when to me, when a woman yells, it's out of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
But she knows she can yell at you. What does that say about you? Women don't have to yell at me to deliver what they need to deliver to me. They don't have to yell at me because I don't have to yell at them. They don't feel attacked. They don't feel aggressed. They know that I'm coming from a place of peace, coming from a place of love and respect. Therefore, I'm going to get it back. But I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
So being a aggressive person made me understand the difference between the reactions that I get, the understandings that I get, how easy it is versus it being so difficult. People think relationships and things are difficult because they're too busy yelling. It's too much energy. But when you're at peace, and you can speak from a loving place, an understanding place, everything is simple.
I love it, man. Come on.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I used to be super angry because I used to be hella aggressive. And I didn't get nearly the response that I get from where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I do security, cuz and dudes, we just bartender come up or waitress come like, he being disrespectful, put him out now. And you know what I'm saying? Like just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Go, what's up, brother? You cool? Hey man, don't put your fucking hands. Bro, I'm not trying to aggress you. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I talk to people is way more important than what I do.
Effective, too.
Very, very effective. Once you learn how to use it, it's very effective.
That's a part of mastering the art of communication. Yeah.
It's also understanding chi, things that we don't really get into like we should.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kung fu type things. You know what I mean? It's a reason why they put certain things on the movies and television, but we don't grab hold to the root.
The discipline.
And that was my transition from Christianity, because my family is Christian based.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to watch so many movies, watch so many things, see so many different things, and I would ask why. So I had to figure out why and understand it. I'll go and research as much as possible. Hinduism, everything. Monks, Buddha, everything. Shit is pretty much the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just different ways, different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And go about it, and you just choose what fits you. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I move with a sense of calmness. I move with a sense of peace. I move with a sense of love because I want to be loved. Not be loved by someone. I want to be love. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the love when I walk into the room versus the aggression, versus the anger, versus the street shit, the bullshit. No, I don't want you to fucking feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is black man, black love walking into this room. That's what it feel like. That's what it is. How many people can say that? You know what I'm saying? But if you're not being there, how they gonna say it? So that's what I'm saying. Like I want to be that experience. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughters to feel like this type of man is in the movie. Because the moment that somebody say that to my daughter, my daddy was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When my daddy talked to me, when my daddy talked to my mamas, when he talked to his mama, everybody I watched my daddy talk to,
love.
That's how he was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta be it.
I share that same, I want to be loved.
Yeah.
So I understood what you meant, without the not be loved by people. That's your hit. Yeah. But at the same, it made me think about like this thing people always say,
Mm-hmm.
and this is going to about people loving you type people. Would you rather be feared or loved? And this is just my perspective. Mm-hmm. I always say loved because if you truly love me, I'm talking about love. There's no hate for me. So if you don't hate me at all, there's no harm you want to do for me. So if you tell me to pick out of the two what I'd rather be, I'm gonna say love all day. And I mean love at its truest form.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be neither. I just want to be understood.
Understood.
You don't have to love me. You don't have to hate me either. Just understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I am who I am.
Fire.
You know what I mean? This is all I can be. I can't be nothing else. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to choose what you want to do because that's your feeling, not mine. You choose to love me. You choose to hate me. That has nothing to do with me. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Just like you'll choose to understand me. It's up to you. So you control how you feel about me. I don't control how you feel about me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Me understanding that. I don't even have to love that. Just understand that. Brings me peace. Because I get it.
Peace.
It's no point in, you know what I'm saying, making it more complex than what it is. Because it is exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Like, we make so many things so hard for us because we're trying to master a construct that is not of us because we don't know us. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where we come from. We just here. And we going off of what they told us. That's it.
Just like your birthday. You don't know when you can't tell me you know for sure your birthday.
You don't know.
They told you that and you believe.
You believe it.
You believe what your parents
You believe
said.
it because you love them.
Yes.
Because you love them.
Yes.
But you don't even understand your parents. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here.
Most of these people have lost people they love that they don't even understand. I'm not into loving. I want to understand you.
This nigga know he fire.
You know what I'm saying? I want to understand you. I want to know, like,
Yeah.
so when a person says, like, I know my auntie loved me, and then that, and I love my auntie, but did you understand her?
Fire.
You know, how can you get a person? How can you really fully appreciate the experience if you do not understand them? You know what I mean? I get it. I accept you for, and when I say I accept you for exactly who you are, that's because I understand you. Not because I love you. I can love absolutely anybody. Anybody I choose to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Can't understand everybody.
But you can try.
But you can try.
You dope, bro. that was dope. Because even though I was just asking it in the sense of the question, I love that you said like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this out there.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Back to GT.
Mm-hmm.
His home going.
Yes.
Bruh, this is another, I talk about indelible marks.
Mm-hmm.
This is another thing that marked me.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of courage to step in front of a lot. It was some high. It was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to grab that mic and step in front of a lot of people. But that's not even what stays with me. You know what I'm saying? Your words were dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what stays with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about that thing that just always stayed with me.
Yeah.
And I think you know what I'm about to say. Men older than you, men younger than you, men bigger than you, men stronger than you, men, just all type of men. When you were done talking, you broke into tears in front of all of us, men, women, all that. I see the love. I see the respect. Men who even scared to probably get out of their seat. Men who probably don't even rock with each other. All huddle around. It started with one. Came to the middle of the thing and hugged. Y'all hugged and y'all cried together.
The thing about it is that that's what a lot of people don't know. Some people there knew, but a lot of people don't know. As close as I was with Gary, I was with Bus. Bus was with me every day, every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of shit I got Bus out of. I taught Bus how to ride a motorcycle. everything. An incident happened that caused us to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna get into the logistics of it, you know what I'm saying? But he felt a certain type of way, I felt a certain type of way. It was his story, it was my story, it was all that shit. But I lost 10 years. 10 years with a brother that I love. Not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ready to take off on him if he wanted to take off on me. You know what I mean? Like it went from nigga I love you every day to not saying nothing to this person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when G died, and I got up there and I was talking, I was done. I was done, bro. With anything that I had with anybody. And he was the only one. He was the only one that I had a, little
Mm-hmm.
thing with. It wasn't that I was done talking, because I wasn't.
Okay.
I was so overwhelmed at the fact that I lost my little brother, and I lost a brother that was right next to me for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? When I could have had them two together. That was my last straw. And my way of letting him know that I'm cool. Nigga, I love you. It's been 10 years. I mean, nigga, ain't shit happened. It is what it is. But I love you. I didn't walk off crying for that. I walked to my brother. You know what I'm saying? I walked to my brother. I didn't get to love for 10 years. And I gave that nigga a hug. And I cried in his arms.
Take your time, man.
It fucked with me because I see it too often with our black brothers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not natural, bro. It's not what we are. It's not who we are. We are great. We dope, dog. And I feel like I have to be, I gotta be this. I gotta be vulnerable. This is what we are. It's important. It's what we're supposed to see. It's what we're supposed to be at. Because understanding that helps us understand ourselves. I can't understand you, bro. I can't love you if I don't love me. But I love me, so I know that I fucking love you. When I tell my brothers I love them, I mean that with every fiber of my body, bro. I'm not just saying that shit. These people, the society can't get me to believe that we ain't shit. Bro, we are every fucking thing, dog. We everything. We just gotta learn how to be that shit.
Yes, sir.
I never care about what nobody think. I don't care about none of that shit. Cause it's what you think. It ain't what you know. This is what I know off my actions, how I move, what I've done, what I've felt. In front of all these people. To say fuck what you think, fuck how you feel. Fuck what you loyal to. Fuck what you standing on. Cause I'm about to walk over here and get my fucking brother back. It probably will never be the same. But I still got my nigga back. I can call him, I can text him, we can have a cigar, something. I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I'm good with that. Even if it just left with that hug, I'm good with that. Because I get it. I understand. And that's how I'm gonna rock. And if we don't show our brothers this side of us,
Yeah.
nigga, this ain't weak.
It's actually strong.
They lied to us. They looked us in our motherfucking face and lied. The people that we thought loved us, they lied to us. And told us that this is weak. Nah, nigga, this power. Because I don't have to hide it from you. I'm not scared of you. I ain't scared of me.
Talk, big bro.
Dog, we got it, bro. We can do it. It's believing. I believe in me, bro. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop being who I am. I'm not gonna stop speaking to these young niggas. You can pull a gun. I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared to die, bro. I'm not scared of death. I've never been scared of death. I'm scared of failing my brothers. I'm scared of failing my sisters or women. The fact that the motherfuckers that bring us here is supposed to love us think we ain't shit. You know how heavy that is? But you want us to love you. You want us to... That's how fucked up we are, bro. You know what I'm saying? We so contradictive. And it's a trigger for me, bro. It's a big trigger for me. You know, to... This how much I love my people. This how much. I don't just post and say that I love my people, I love my culture, I love my brothers, I love my sisters. Bro, I'm not fucking bullshitting. I love my people to its entirety. Everything in me. And I'm emotionally attached to all of this shit. How you gonna look at me and tell me you don't give a fuck about me or tell me I ain't shit? And expect me to be great. Be great to you. Be everything to you. How? If communication is everything, then why is everything that you saying to me fucking me up? Why you not telling me what I need? Why you not giving me what I need? Why you keep trying to hurt me? Because we don't know. We're not grasping hold of that love, being that love. You understand. You want to be loved. I want to be loved. It's not collectively. As a culture. Everybody has a culture but us. You know, our culture is of stupidity. Shit that don't mean nothing. Fucking soul food. The way you wear your clothes. I'm not gonna stop. I ain't gonna give up. Can't. Till my last breath. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
I know you say young, the youth, but you're affecting way more than that. And you know as well as I do, no matter the age you are, you're still learning.
Yeah.
You're still learning. So you shortchange yourself by saying the youth. Your power is beyond. I know we say people are grown. They they make their own decision. You a man. You should know this type stuff. But we don't, and we all learning. We're learning from each other, and we learn from you. You may. I don't know how you look at it. You may look at it as your thing is the youth, but bro,
No,
I'm not what.
I just be talking to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm. I know it's a variety. You know what I mean? I don't just lock myself into just the youth, but when I talk about brothers, bro, I talk about the youth because they the answer. We think they not because they so fucked up and running around doing all this crazy shit, but we've never had so many young black millionaires ever. Ever. They're the answer. We just have to get them to understand that they are. They don't understand it. That's it. That's why I say that when I'm speaking, and I say the youth because they the key, bro. Like, yeah, we the keys in certain ways, but they gonna be here longer than we are. They supposed to.
But while we here, we still have to pull from a source like yourself.
Yeah.
So that takes you still doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by affecting everybody. Because, yeah, they're the youth, but we're still the youth too.
Yeah.
The moment you think you too old, that means you stop learning.
Yeah. Put that limitation on
you. Yeah. So I'm still youthful.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, bro. Because this shit'll go on for hours and hours and shit, bro. Shut us up, man. Just leave it up, because I'm gonna keep talking and I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I just, in closing, bro, like, I love you, bro.
I love you.
I respect you. I've always been curious, of what type of man you was. You know what I'm saying? Even with first meeting you, because I never really knew too much. When we took that trip to Miami, I started to understand. Then when we got back and we potted and we conversated, I started to understand even more.
I can't see me.
I've watched you come out to being what you felt more and more. And I watch it in everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even with Man Up, just real quick. Even with Man Up,
I'm here.
it wasn't my initial idea. It wasn't my initial idea to work out at the park.
Okay.
It was Jonathan Henry's.
Shout out Jonathan.
You know what I'm saying? The thing about Jonathan is
Talented individual.
that dude is so fucking amazing. You know what I mean? But he's keeping himself from the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Watching a black man so great limit himself because of how he feels. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers me. It bothers me. You know what I'm saying? So watching you go from that and walk into where you are now, it brings me joy.
Come on, Pops.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I was there. And this is what I'm doing, bro. Like, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? For my brothers around me to see, come on, bro, let's go over here. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop doing that. Fuck that. No, let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? This feels better. This is better. This is what's helping you become you. This is what's helping me be me. You know what I mean? So, like you said, my actions from Man Up to get in the middle of the circle and talk to all these people, it's for me. But what it did for you was to help you make that transition over the years. Because now you're in the middle of people doing you. You know what I'm saying? We all learning, bro. One cell is teaching the next cell. That's it. It's all a learning process. That's what these vessels is for. And our body is little cells. We just big ass cells walking around with a conscience, affecting each and every cell that we come in contact with. I believe the moment that I shake a person's hand, the moment that I come in contact with a person, somewhere down the line, they're going to be in my life. Because that cell just connected with another cell. It's always happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a rudimentary thinker. The surface shit is for surface people that just want to believe anything that's right in front of them.
Mm.
And not closing their eyes and understanding the darkness. You know what I mean? I'm getting all that. I'm making sense of things with my eyes closed and open.
It's hard. That's hard. I heard Michael Todd say something dope, and it's been the way I've been moving lately, as of the end of last 2022. Anyway, but to hear him say it, it was like, yeah, I feel like that's really that. I was being selfish with a gift that God put inside of me by not giving it to the world. And it's not even about you for real.
Mm.
You're not giving. I believe God is love. Period.
Yeah.
So you robbing people of God for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when you say you're a God too.
Yeah.
So you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, giving us God.
Yeah.
And I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Giving
Because
us
I go against the game is to be sold, not told. No, the game is to be told, not sold to your people.
Just talked about this on the last episode.
You sell it
with
to
Not Boys.
You sell it to whoever else, not your people.
Connected. The goal is to leave a lasting imprint on minds and hearts We pray you've been indelibly marked. That's fire.
Oh, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Love you, big brother.
I love you too, boy. I love you, dog.